So I ignored it. I did a lot of stupid things in that first 15 months, a lot of things which were totally against things that I would do normally. But,
do you have some examples of things that you feel like you did?
Yeah, well,
or kind of mistakes.
No,
because I have a lot of people that listen that are really early in their grief, and I think talking about the mistakes that we make really can be helpful to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the biggest mistakes that I made was in regards to his will. Okay, now he didn't have a will. Okay, but he ended up being worth, believe it or not, here I am telling you, he's living at my place. He's, he didn't have a lot of money, all that sort of stuff. He ended up being worth $500,000.
Wow.
Exactly. Right. And what I did was, and the reason he was worth that was because in Australia, we have, I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called in America. It's like your superannuation, your retirement fund. You pay money into, right?
Yeah. So we pay money into Social Security. So maybe it's like that.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like a retirement fund type thing. So, and our employers will put money into it and we can add money to it so that when you retire, you have this nest egg. Mm-hmm. And but they have insurances attached to it. And because Dan had worked at all these different places, he had different super funds. So there was insurances attached to about 3 or 4 different ones, which ended up being worth $500,000. So the choices that I made in regards to that, because in my mind, I didn't want to profit from my son's death.
Right.
Well, I made some silly choices in the way that was handled. So, and that's the thing, and I had a few people say to me, you need to rethink this. This isn't logic what you're doing here. And I'm like, no. And I'm quite a forceful person. No, this is the way I want it. And then, of course, down in the road, in hindsight, I was very silly in the way that I did things with that. Mm-hmm. The way it was sort of shared. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
So I think that makes sense. I mean, we certainly had some insurance money after Andy's death as well. And it felt kind of like blood money to me that I didn't really want anything to do with. And I just still don't have anything to do with it. And honestly, it just kind of sits. It doesn't.
But he has siblings,
not a lot happens
like that. And, and they certainly could have used it. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. So that was a silly thing I did. The biggest thing that I did was I returned to work, like literally the day after his funeral. I returned to work, working more, eating more, drinking more, and just carrying on. I didn't take the time to stop. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. And it's funny, in all of my programs now, that's the thing that I do. My programs are the complete opposite to what I did, because I did it the hard way. And I know that it's in the stopping that you actually get to take that conscious, loving breath, and you actually get to sit back and you go, okay, what does this mean for me now?